Hi everyone, this is a tutorial for this guy right here, which is finding vertical asymptotes algebraically. So let's hit that one and get started. All right, so this is very much like finding zeros, except that instead of the numerator, we're going to have the denominator. So back to our handy little graph here, we see that things that were canceled out after canceling that were left in the numerator were zeros. The same way, things that are left in the denominator are vertical asymptotes. So back to our problem. So we're going to have the same strategy that we used before. We are going to find our zeros first. So we have x squared plus 11x plus 24 over 3x plus 9. All right, in the numerator, I see that I can use my quadratic calculator. And we're going to clear, and x is 1, a is 1, sorry, b is 11, and c is 24. I'm going to hit calculate, and down here, it's going to tell me x minus 3, x and x equals negative 8. So x equals negative 3, x equals negative 8. Those are my x's for the numerator. All right, so notice that this guy right here, we can't use our calculator for. We have to use GCF. All right, so I notice that both of these can be divided by 3. So that's going to be our answer, 3 times x plus 3. Now, we need to find a 0 for that. And I think you can see pretty simply that our 0 is x equals negative 3. All right, so I'm going to put that up here. X equals negative 3. All right, and then step 2 was to simplify. So if I look up here, I can see that I can simplify this x equals negative 3. That just gives me a 1 in the bottom when we cancel out, because we can't have no denominator. But when we cancel everything out in the denominator, we have to remember there's a 1 left there. All right, so simplify. So what's our rule for a vertical asymptote? So a vertical asymptote, which is right here, our rule for a vertical asymptote, vertical asymptotes are only in the denominator after canceling. All right, so go back to our problem. Well, the only thing that's in the denominator is 1, a 1. So that means there are no vertical asymptotes. All right, so nothing left in the denominator. Nothing left in the denominator means, I was just terrible writing, so let's try it again. So nothing left in the denominator means no vertical asymptote. All right, so we come over here to submit answer, and it does have a drop-down list, which I should look at first, and it says there are either 1, 2, or no vertical asymptotes, and we decided that there were no vertical asymptotes, and that's what we're going to hit, and that gave us a check mark. So that's a quick tutorial on how to answer these problems.